Hey everybody, movie reviewer next door here, and I'm back with another review. And this time I saw Boy Kills World. This is a 2023 action comedy thriller film directed by Moritz Moore, and it stars Bill Skarsgård, Jessica Rothe, H. John Benjamin, Michelle Dockery, Brett Gelman, Shalto Copley, Andrew Koji, Isaiah Mustafa, and Famke Janssen, and Yayan Ruyan. In this film, uh, when his family is murdered, a deaf-mute named boy escapes to the jungle and is trained by a mysterious shaman to repress his childish imagination and become an instrument of death. So, what did I think of Boy Kills World? Well, I was definitely looking forward to this film for quite a while. Decided, yeah, whatever, I'll watch it now. And I fucking loved it. I loved this film. This was so much fun. Like, what I was expecting out of John Wick Chapter 4, No Time to Die, and I know I'm picking like super long action films. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2. I got out of this. This was just a real visual mental treat, and I think action fans like old and young will be able to get into this. It's gotten pretty decent enough reviews. Um, on Rotten Tomatoes, I think it has like a 50 something, which is weird. But no, it's insanely well done. Um, and I'm so happy to be able to tell y'all about this. But let me get to the cast first. Bill Skarsgård plays Boy. He's a mute in this. His family was killed. Um, I think Bill Skarsgård. Um, since I can only really comment on his facial expressions and his physical performance is top notch. He's, for all I can tell, is doing his own fighting, and it looks really, really good. His facial acting is pretty on point as well. So this is his best acting performance for me. H. John Benjamin does his voice like in his head. I've never seen Archer, but I didn't mind H. John Benjamin at all. I thought he was pretty funny in many parts. I was expecting it to get annoying hearing the voice so much, but they did know when to like give you a break from it. Um, uh, sorry. Jessica Rothe plays June 27th. She's the head of security for Hilda Vanderkoy, the woman who killed his parents. Um, I've always liked Jessica Rothe ever since Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You. I think she's a very good actress. She's very funny. In this film, it's not so much focused on Jesus. It's not so much focused on comedy though, but I mean her performance isn't. Most of the other stuff is kind of like dark comedy stuff, but I still think she does a good job. Michelle Dockery plays Melanie Vanderkoy. She's kind of the PR person for the Vanderkoys. Um, I've always liked Michelle Dockery. I think she's pretty funny in this. Uh, Brett Gelman plays Gideon Vanderkoy, who's one of the Vanderkoys that kind of wants out of all of this. Um, I enjoyed him. I thought he was pretty funny as well. Sharlto Copley plays Glenn Vanderkoy. I wish he was in the film longer. He's only in it for about three small scenes, and then he just kind of leaves the film. It's a little disappointing, but I still like Sharlto Copley. Andrew Koji plays Basho. He's a guy that tries to help Boy get to Hilda. I enjoyed him. He was pretty funny as well. I enjoyed him as a character. Isaiah Mustafa plays Benny. I feel like I've seen this actor before. Apparently, he was in It, and he was in It Chapter 2. Um, he's kind of like talking in a weird, like fake language. I don't know exactly what they were trying to do with this character, but some of the shit that would happen because of the way he's talking, um, was pretty funny in a kind of a goofy way. Famke Janssen plays Hilda van der Kooi. She, again, I one of the main reasons I was looking forward to this film was Famke Janssen as a villain once again, which is awesome to see because I haven't seen her personally play a villain since GoldenEye, and I loved her in GoldenEye, and I love her in this. She's does a pretty awesome job as the villain, and Yayan Ruyan as Shaman. He's the guy that trains Boy in order to try to kill Hilda. Um, he was good as well. He doesn't say a lot though, but he's a guy most people would know for the Raid films and a lot of other stuff around that time or around Thailand. He's in a lot of Thai stuff. But Boy Kills World. Here's the thing with this movie. This is a movie with a bunch of plot twists that happen, so I want when I see a movie that I like this much, I tend to not spoil them, and I'm not going to do that here. There are things about the plot that I can't tell you because it would be a big spoiler. But I will talk about like, why I love this film so much, and why it was just such a blast for me. One, the action. This is a film with plenty of action. It's not like Monkey Man, where the trailer makes it look like where I think movies like that, like Monkey Man, which I haven't seen yet, but from what I've heard, it literally has like almost no action. Um, where movies are clearly like dramas or thrillers and they market themselves as being like action packed. I think movies like that should not have trailers that suggest something else. It's not like Monkey Man where it's like a little bit of action at the end and the beginning. This is an action movie. It's an actual action movie. There's plenty. It's very brutal, very violent, blood everywhere. Some very interesting. I love when an action movie gives me a new thing to be scared of. And there's a scene where Boy uses a cheese grater in order to fight some people off. Like he like puts it at the side of someone's face and like pulls on it like that, and there's like skin and blood and shit like falling off the guy's face. It's like, uh, I loved it. And he does it like under someone's like armpit, and like it's insane. And there's some really magnificent gore, which was nice. Um, and yeah, action wise, this film has it done. It is very like acrobatic as well. Kind of like what I expect the raid to be like, but I haven't seen the raid or the raid 2. But the action is very acrobatic with Boy like really zooming around people using a certain type of martial arts. I don't know what type it is. Um, uh, Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Filipino, and Indonesian martial arts. Interesting. And it also draws inspiration from like movies, video games, and all that. Yeah, it's a very interesting fighting style, very fluid. When I've just got like so bored with things like John Wick Chapter 4 where it's constantly just like walking and shooting and all that, which I like movies with a bunch of shootouts. Again, this film has quite a few. But when it's literally just a character like walking upstairs shooting, and it's like very like slow and clunky, uh kind of gets more annoying than badass. Um, the score. by who did score? Ludwig Forssell. Was really nice. It reminded me of like kind of a grindhouse style thing. It felt very Kill Bill specifically. It felt like it took a lot of inspiration from films like Kill Bill that are basically send-ups to Hong Kong or Chinese films like that. And I like that. I think that's a really cool thing to draw inspiration from. Um, there's also the the villains. I think the villains are a lot of fun. You got Michelle Dockery. Um, again, I've never seen her play a villain. I was a little bit skeptical. I was like, wait, Michelle Dockery is a villain? That's weird. Because I knew her from films like Nonstop, The Gentleman, where she's not a villain. And here, I think she does it quite well. I think she has some really fun scenes. She knows what to do with this character. Shalto Copley, a lot of fun as well. Famke Janssen could have been in the film more, 100%. There's certain reasons, but again, I'm not going to spoil anything. Um, the set design, the production design here is immaculate. Definitely a lot of set extension used for a lot of these shots where they're trying to create this like in the future world where the Vanderkoys have like taken everything over. So there's a lot of I'm not gonna say obvious because it looks very good. Nothing in the film really like stood out as like badly CG'd or anything. It's a very well realized world, and I think they did a great job with it. Um, excuse me. The main character, I think Boy is a very fun main character. Again, I'm not a fan of Bill Skarsgård as an actor, but it was nice to see him actually playing a character that I liked watching, um, and that wasn't annoying. That was nice. And again, it was just nice to see him do something more physical than, well, this is 100% a better fucking like performance or better performance from him than in John Wick Chapter 4, which he was easily the worst villain of that by a long shot. Even worse than the third one for me, because the third one's villain was just such dog shit. Like, not scary, not imposing. Same with him. But no, I like what he did here. Uh, the comedy is actually quite funny in this. It's very, I'd say if you're not into this type of comedy, if you're not into it, you're not into it. But how do I say that? Um, it's definitely an acquired taste of comedy. Very goofy, very over the top, but and also pretty dark, which I like dark comedy. But yeah, very funny. Especially the bits where it's Isaiah Mustafa's character trying to explain the plan and everything, or trying to talk to characters, and Boy imagining what the hell he's talking about because he's not speaking English. He's saying like random words together. Very weird, but did get genuine laughs out of me. Quite a few things in this film did. And the film moves at a very fast pace. It's like an hour and 51 minutes, and it never once like petered out for me. I was always into the story, always into the whole plot. Like, it's a very, very fast-paced film, even though it's almost 2 hours long. Something that John Wick Chapter 4 needed to learn from. And there's others that I mentioned. And really, the only thing that I can say detracts from this film a little is the ending. The ending is satisfying to a point, but it is also kind of one of those where it's like I kind of wanted a little bit more closure on a couple things. And again, Sharlto Copley, I always want more of him in every movie he's in, so maybe that's a nitpick, but still, I loved this film. I really do recommend that anybody who is into these types of films, into this type of action specifically, go and watch this film. It's a hell of a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see what this director does next. But yeah, that was my review of Boy Kills World. If you've seen the film, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. If you have any recommendations, put them down there as well. And movie reviewer next door.